Going.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first live broadcast here with Sibme. I'm Cory Camp. I'm Director of Professional Learning, and I have my friend Brian, our Director of Partnerships, here. So how's it going, Brian?
That's not too bad. What is up, Cory? It's been a while since I've seen you because,
Yeah.
you've been really hustling. You got all those August trainings going on, and we got a big conference plan. And so we've got big plans for all of our subscribers in our community. And, what you got cooking over there, for the queen of directors, the queen of professional learning at Sibme.
You got jokes. Well, you're the king of road shows, so we're going to talk about that today. But yeah, it's been busy, Brian. We have had over 50 planning and implementation strategy sessions this just in the last month, and over 100 of our existing customers kicked off their new school year. We always support our customers at the beginning of every year, getting up and going. K-12, higher ed, lots of really fun use cases for video and professional learning. So I've just been busy on that. And then we've had a few other things kind of cooking, which I'm excited. We're going to talk about those things today, right? What we've been up to and what all we have coming up for everyone this fall. I know you've got a really busy schedule planned this fall.
Well, it's been really fun to see folks kind of like come through the system. They're in year 2 or they're year 3, and they're working with customer success and hearing those stories. And part of the plan is with the conference, the road show, is to tell these stories and get these stories out and about and through our webinar series and such. So why don't you just kind of kick off with some of the new things that our subscribers can just expect as users, tools and things and such to kind of get them moving right along, moving them down the road.
Yeah. So one of my pet projects that I've been working on, actually, not just me, a whole team of our virtual coaches has been writing content for us. We've been producing lots of content for our brand new Sibme Learning Center. So our learning center, it's open to the public. You don't have to be a Sibme subscriber in order to access some of the free courses we have. So if you are looking at what on earth does lesson study look like with video, we've got a course for that. So we've got lots of different professional learning models. We're releasing a new course every 2 weeks. And again, you do not have to be a subscriber to Sibme in order to access this content. We've also got some great resources that are there. Now, for our Sibme subscribers, we also have a ton of stuff around planning and strategizing and supporting implementation to make it go smoothly. One of my favorite things about Sibme is we have all used Sibme. We're educators here. We use it in our internal processes for our own reflection and feedback and collaboration. And so we've seen all the bumps in the road, and we want to help people have a really smooth launch for using video, whatever way that they're using it in the years that come. So that's all on demand for our users. So really just getting everyone up and going. That launched August 1st. So it's been pretty busy with new learners in our learning center for sure.
That's important because if you're like living in the free life and you need to plan to start using your resources when you actually are ready to subscribe to Sibme, you're much better prepared. The story that you're going to make with Sibme is going to be way better. So I'm excited that when we decided to do that, I was so excited because I saw from my side when I was doing the sales side of things and helping people make good choices, that was missing. And so now, I think it's going to help people big time.
Yeah. Another thing that we're working on, we will premiere this Friday, y'all. Tune in. If you are a coach, if you coach coaches, you're thinking about being a coach, we are going to be premiering a brand new show called the Sibme Coach Replay Show. It premieres this Friday on my birthday, September 6th, and I get the privilege of talking with some of our elite members of our virtual coaching team. We've got a really awesome virtual coaching service with coaches from all over this nation, working all over the place, supporting teachers, and we are going to be breaking down footage talking about classroom instruction, teacher moves, coach moves. What does this actually look like to coach with video as that artifact or that evidence piece for your conversation? So if you're wondering what it looks like to coach classroom management with video, how would you use a segment of video footage to help a teacher through implementing a strategy? We're going to break down some actual classroom footage with a real coach, real live coach on this show. And then we'll also have some shows where we just kind of have some conversation around some hot topics around coaching, some important topics in education. So I'm really excited, Brian. You know I love to talk. And so this is kind of like a talk show all around coaching. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And that premieres again this Friday. We will put more details in the comments below.
So Friday, pop some popcorn, get ready for some X's and O's with Cory Camp and all of her friends. So, yeah. All right, great, perfect. So what do we got next on our thing? We got what?
Well, if we weren't busy enough for professional learning, Brian, we will be launching one of my favorite projects in addition to everything we've been doing this summer. This is inspired from one of our clients in Magnolia ISD. Shout out to Dion and Letty and the rest of the principals in Magnolia ISD. You know, one of my favorite parts about my job is that I get to see how other people get to launch this. I've had plenty of chances to launch the use of video and Sibme over the past 5 to 12 years that I've been using video, 5 years with Sibme, 12 years for video. And they had a really awesome use last year where the principals would put out these little mini challenges for using video. So Dion Rivera on her campus at Smith Elementary called them missions. And so we've adopted these and we are rolling out a big set of Sibme missions for every type of user, teachers, if you're an administrator, if you're a coach. And these are really just turnkey activities that you can take and help use video in your campus and your professional learning model. So, you know, activities like do a classroom 360 and share it with your PLC team and talk about the structure, the physical space in your classroom, or put the camera at a different angle, or do a coaching roundtable. So all of these activities, we've got over 52 activities that are going to be available to all of our Sibme subscribers to be able to take and just try out new methods for using video to enhance their professional learning. Because that's the hard part, right? It's not the technology necessarily, it's knowing what to do and how to consume the video. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to be giving some of that stuff to you and your team on the road show, because you're going to be able to give away some of those mission cards as conference swag, right?
Right. I'm going to be passing them out like Snicker bars. I promise you.
Yes.
And I think it's going to be like, for some folks, it's going to add a level of structure to the work that I think for some programs in like year 2 they're missing some of that. And then some folks like in year 3, they're like, well, where are we going to go next? And then how can we differentiate this more? The mission cards, they're very excited. My year 3 folks are very excited about that. So
it'll be something just to spice it up a little bit, right? So
yeah.
Further.
So we're spicing some things up here at Sibme. We have really made a huge move on our conference plan. In fact, we're going East Coast, West Coast, down to Texas, the Midwest this whole year. But this year we're going to be this semester. Expect us in Atlanta, Georgia, North Carolina, all over the state. And we are going to be at I guess I'll just not here at my hometown, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, not too far from you. We'll be at the Tretzi conference, and that will be an interesting conference because we're not going to have a conference session per se, but everybody's interested in what the reflection of a conference looks like. Well, imagine being able to visit every session in the conference, so you don't have to miss it. Just logging into Sibme. Everybody that attends the Tretzi conference this year gets a Sibme license. They'll have access to the conference schedule, and they'll be able to watch the whole conference when they need to, when they want to, no problem. And then, but we've got some good sessions coming up. The West Georgia RISA, as a matter of fact, some of our good friends down in Atlanta, Barbara Bishop of the West Georgia RISA, our friends down at Carrollton City, their instructional coaching program, and my man James Payne over at Fulton County. My man James, I love that guy. I love all my Southern partners, but James and I, we had a fun time, and his instructional leadership team out at Summer Gale. They did a great conference session on walkthroughs, and so getting that all of our folks that will be at the panel at West Georgia RESA are focused on improving teachers, helping folks get better faster. So if you're interested in getting better faster, this is going to be a good conference for you to go to. Now, switching things back to our long term, in October, we're going to be at the Texas ASCD conference. Lauren Pruitt's going to do a pretty good session. I'll be, and then in December, of course, the Learning Forward conference. And we have a big session for you. We will have a special live session just to talk about what our plans are for Learning Forward. So stay tuned for that. Mm-hmm. Follow our roadshow, hashtag Sibme Roadshow. And if you see a blue Jeep Grand Cherokee with King of the Road, Pennsylvania stickers in the back, that's me. Shoot a picture and shout it out.
I feel like we could play a game of like Where's Waldo with Brian. You're going to be all over the place. And what I love about the way we do conferences is we attend conferences where we've got a partner who's going to be there and they get to talk about how they're using video, whether you're using Sibme or not. We just want to preach that gospel of using video to really empower and drive whatever your professional learning model is, for sure. So I'm excited. And again, on this road show, you're going to have these mission cards. Lindsay Smith is tuning in to our live show. She said these are going to be game changers. Absolutely. And if you miss the road show, you don't get to see us on the road. You got the Learning Center. What else do we have for them, Brian?
Well, we're also going to keep you attuned to all of the webinars we got cooking up. Now, some of the folks aren't going to go to conferences. Folks want to just be able to attend things online. Well, the good news is in September, our good friend, Dr. Cory and Justin Bader of the Principal Center are going to be doing a web panel on specifically calibrating your instructional leadership team. And what's really cool about this is that Dr. Cory has done a great job calibrating her instructional leadership teams when she was principal of her turnaround campuses. Well, since she's moved to superintendent, well, now she's calibrated her principals all that are in her program specifically focused on that. So getting that kind of perspective is going to be really important. And then Justin Bader, the Principal Center, always does it right. So anyways, I'm looking forward to this. And then also one of our friends at Aldine ISD, Patricia Will, she's going to join. Now, if you're higher education folks, because we have a lot of folks in doing teacher preparation of things, we're going to be doing a calibration panel on specifically calibrating your supervisors and your faculty for teacher preparation. That will be led by Jill Hamilton Bunch out on the West Coast, our friends over at the Point Loma Nazarene. That will occur October 1st. So stay tuned for those things. And then in November, professional learning communities. So wondering what's next for your professional learning community, how video can be used to help your campus talk more about alignment and things and such in your professional learning communities, adding a lot of efficiency to their work. Professional learning communities, we have a number of our folks getting ready to prepare to do that panel. So more to come on that front. So let's see here. Now we've got a lot kind of.
I was going to say, Brian, I was just going to jump in there and say we have had a ton of people lately talking about wanting to revive their professional learning communities, take them back to the true intent of being focused on evidence of student learning and focused on those outcomes. And video is really a great way to do that. And you don't even have to turn the camera on yourself as a teacher to do that. Using video to look at students' learning and record those outcomes, record those products of their learning, and then have conversations about it. So I'm excited about that panel. It's going to be a good one in November. And we're going to post all of these, right, Brian, in the comments after we finish the live broadcast. We're going to post the schedule of everything. You can also follow hashtag FallinLove That's what we're calling our fall webinar series. Brian, he's the Director of Partnerships, the King of the Road, and Director of Fun he's got a lot of fun titles. So, all right, what else do we have?
When you work for a company like Sibme, prepare to wear a lot of hats. You know,
that's right. Prepare. That's right. That's right. All right. Anything else that we need to know coming up this fall, Brian?
I think just everybody just have fun, get ready for the kids. I mean, obviously, I think that it's a marathon. So I would always encourage everybody to just kind of take care of themselves. And if you ever need anybody to talk to, the door is open for the director of partnerships. Most of you have my cell phone. It's amazing how many people they want to call Sibme, they just call my cell phone. So we're here for you. We're a team of educators and technologists. You subscribe to our platform. We as a group of people are interested in your success, and you should feel that in your customer success journey. You should feel that in your partnership plan. You should feel that in director of partnerships and sales and things and such. So you should feel that at every point. And so that's something we're really proud about here.
Yep,
that's all I've got, Cory.
It's our mission here at Sibme to change the way people learn at work. And so everything, all the new developments that we have in our app and in the professional learning are all driven towards that mission in mind. Really just, again, spreading that gospel of what video can do to drive professional learning and how it can really just not just supplement, but truly transform the professional learning in an organization. So, all right, Brian, well, I'm sure we're going to do more of these live broadcasts. This is a lot of fun. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. Check out the comments below for the details on everything that we talked about, and keep tuning in, because as we launch these new things, you're going to find them here on our social media accounts. Thanks, y'all.
Hey, have a good one out there. We'll see you out there.